Let's see here. I'm live. Nope. Now let's see. Supposed to be like a cold freeze or something. I don't know. I will walk like this, but it's all like butt backwards. It's just a pre-dusk walk. I ain't been on in a few days. Partially because I was sick. Other reasons because it was like freezing out here. I still kind of think I am. I don't know. I also got to use up as much of this time as I can. I never know when I can get back online again and make videos. Like I'm documenting all of this. So early. Sun ain't even coming up yet. It's the sun when it's nighttime. During the daytime when I'm trying to sleep, I call that thing the scare ball. But it don't matter. We gotta watch out for these cars. It gets cold out here, and apparently they stopped having the ability to properly drive. I don't feel like getting killed. I've been hit by too many cars in my life. Hey, how you doing, Susanna? Hey, Jane, how you doing? Salute, brother. How you doing? As you see, I'm just out here walking. Thus is the street life. I woke up too early. Actually, I probably would have been awake still, but my butt be passed out as soon as I get off work. But how are y'all doing? How y'all doing? Safe travels. Thank you. It wouldn't be so bad if they actually had a sidewalk out here. Like when I have to go to work, I got to cross this big freeway, and it's just it's a gamble. It's a gamble each time. It says it's supposed to be freezing out here, but I'm like, psh, it's a little chilly. I'll give them that. Flashlight might be handy. Sad part is I actually have one on this phone, and if I was using my other if I wasn't live streaming from the StreamYard, I could use it on the YouTube one, because on the YouTube live stream, I have a good light on there. But it's all right. At this time of morning, luckily none of the animals are out. I remember one time I was walking and the damn turkey was out. And it was a big boy too. It was just standing right there looking at me. So but I try to walk a little bit every day. That's why when it's time for me to do major moves, it's like easier for me to be a nomad. Because I don't get plumb tuckered out. I also have great blood pressure, although my pulse is crazy. They're always like, you nervous? Nope. That's just my normal rate. Nope, no suicidal deer on this side. Now, if I were to go deeper, like to the wooded area where there is no street, deer, raccoon, all that good stuff. But nah, it was funny. My cousin, they came back. The whole front of the car was covered in hair, but it wasn't one of them old school cars. It was just, they drive a lot of Kias out here. So the car itself, jumping around like I'm freaking Spider. Anyways, the car itself was okay. It was just covered in hair. And they're like, "Oh yeah, we hit a deer." I was like, "Really?" Because I don't really hang out in the South like that. I'm used to dogs, cats, and pigeons. Since I've been out here, I ain't seen a pigeon. It kind of throws me off a bit. But that's because I'm one of them god dang there city boys. And the fire hydrants are red here. I'm used to gold. I'll never get used to it. Although I do love the way my shadow looks when I'm cruising. And you can't see it, but all of the grass here is like it's icicles, just ice all over it. And some of the cars, like every morning, they got stalactites all over them. It is trippy. Why am I talking like that? That's why I'm out here. I'm not even wearing boots. I'm wearing galoshes. A lot easier to travel in. Yeah. Gas is $2.77 here. If I drove. No, I mean like out here, that's all I see are Kias. Like I see either you got a Kia, you got a minivan, or a muscle car. Even though I don't know squat about cars, so I'm like not the authority on this. Y'all gonna have to give me a second. All right, put that there. Overlay. Stupid music. Some lo-fi. I'll be right back. I'm going inside. I always forget to turn off the camera whenever I do that. So then everybody gets some wild side views outside of the shot of me sitting at the bus stop. I love that bus stop. Yeah, no, I'm not a car guy. I don't know squat about cars. I'm terrible with them. I'm also shocked at the amount of people here at this time of morning. Even though I know it's different places in the world. And since I talk to everybody everywhere, I should come to expect it. But it's no less of a surprise. I do this also because I used to before I ever owned a cell phone, I would just walk everywhere. So I'd spend a lot of time talking to myself. At least this way, it looks like I'm talking to somebody, man, I technically am. It also keeps the crazies away. Or something like that. Oh, I forgot to take that off. There we go. Yeah, I'm not a gun guy. Do I own one? No comment. Although where I'm at, everybody's got them. It's kind of fair. But I don't knock nobody's hobbies. Whatever you like to do, do it. As long as it doesn't hurt anybody. Like, intentionally and unintentionally, or something to that effect. I don't know. Like I said, I just got up, so I had to walk a little bit. Hopefully, I can tire myself back out because I normally sleep when the sun rises. Ah, crap. Uh, yeah, I think that's Spica, or is it Speaker? I don't know how to say it. It's one of the more prominent stars. It gets confused with the North Star a lot. Sometimes it like out here it shows up quite a bit. I wouldn't have known that without checking out the astronomy stuff on here. Yep. What time is it down there? Or where you're at? PMC. Uh, no, it feels way better than yesterday. Like last night, whew, seven. Okay, yeah, you got a good 2 hours on me. Remind me, I gotta call my brother. He he's visiting family in Ciudad de Dios. It's about to be 6 here in the Mad West. We got like 8 minutes. In fact, I can already see the dusk over there approaching. The dawn, I mean. It don't look like much now, but yeah, it'll be up. It'll be beaming. And then the woods in which I stay in won't be as terrifying. Well, best thing happened to me was to leave where I was at and go travel. I had to. Too many tragedies, too many problems, too many crazies, too many things. Had to fix it all. Clear my head, clear the brain, make sure that I don't go insane once again so I don't feel no more pain, no more resentment, find a source of contentment. And for all the thoughts that I once had, hopefully there's an amendment. And not one that means like a freedom of press or any of that stuff. I'm just trying to say less. Instead, I'm just talking about trying to find where I'm blessed instead of feeling like I'm cursed all the time, put to the test. So that there's one way that I feel where I don't feel it inside, where I don't want to sigh. I just want to laugh, no more cry. And then get back to my daughter, have her by my side. That way I can chill out and smoke out like Camel Wise. Keeping it simply with my intensity, but immensely I'm suspenseful on all the stuff that I done seen, see? But I've been there, done that, stepped up to the backpack, and afterwards I made myself better than all the backpacks. And after that, told myself that I had that no hacks, and that was just facts, and I was spitting again that. But then again, was I to be winning or losing again, to be committing another sin against friends and being a forbidden man, or maybe just another man telling myself that I can get into a spot where I can get off and then I get trouble in? But while I was traveling, my brain wasn't unraveling, so making sure I'm surviving all the stuff that I'm battling. And at the end of the day, I must say it's okay, because I'm still going to have myself a beautiful day. Or something to that effect. What the hell was I just talking about? I said I was going to stop freestyling so much. And then I said I'd start doing it again. I love freestyling. I prefer being on stage with a mic in my hand. But you know what? The world is my stage. I call it all the savage land, the wicked lands where you can hold my hand There is no dismay what I gotta say. I'm just here to make sure that we all pray, and live with what we gotta say, so we won't have no more dismay by the time it comes up in May. And maybe you can find yourself into a place that you can believe in and achieve something better than what you heeding. But then again, you can be content. That's cool. Don't be spent. You got time. Don't repent. Don't even bother with all this. Keep it sin, begin. Make sure that you find your friend and make sure that you find your peace from yourself. And if not within, believe in something in some way that you have your faith and say what you got to say at the end of the day, because that's how we going to play. And be good. If you can't be good, be at it. Damn it, I'm just sitting back here like a sick psychopath. Standing here up in the shadows, though. It's the way I always been, though, bro. And I never could quite forget it, but I'll admit it. I always missed the time where I was just getting with it. Because I was always Mr. Wicked, but Mr. Anubis busting the stuff that it always given. Unforgiven, but I am driven to stop the sinning, and maybe I could be given another life lesson with no depression and making sure that is manifesting all the stuff that I'm distressing. But I'm really not that stressed. That's why I went on this trip in the first day. That's my best. And I wish all of them for the regard and make sure that you all have big stars. That just means to let your heart shine through, because at the end of the day, you still got to be you, dude. And do that. Don't forget, I got to stop with all the spit. But I can't quit because I'm an addict. That's my bad habit, is rapping and rhyming all day. I got to have it. Like an old Spike Lee flick, I just kick back and throw you back like a flea flick. But instead, I just make sure the fools are so seasick because I put them on the wave of rhymes when I do this, like Seabiscuit. That just means I'm winning the race. I say lots of stuff, but I keep it thick and chunky like it's paste. But I ain't made in New York City. I'm a Midwest boy and West Coast bound, baby. Oh, man. Hold on a second. Ah, there we are. I can't ever tell if I'm holding this thing right or not. Have a good morning. Go back to bed. Oh, my favorite rapper, PMC? It depends on which era. like, if I had to pick, I'd have to say Tech Nine. Because Tech Nine, I've been hearing him forever. So, Tech Nine's probably my favorite. But I like more the underground crazy people. I remember listening to a lot of the Far Side. But on the contrast, I like Brother Lynch Hung. Oh, yeah, the 90s was like the pinnacle. Because he had so many different types. You could have funny rap. You could have tough rap. I remember there was this Puerto Rican rapper from out of New York named Misery. I liked him, too. He had this he had an EP called Para la Isla, or Para la Isla. Forget my pronunciation. Also haven't slept yet. Well, I did. I just woke up. See, that's how out of it I am. But yeah, the 90s was just the best era. But you know what I liked about the 80s was that they still had dancers. So you'd have groups that they had dudes assigned to dance. So occasionally you get a few funky moves in there. Oh yeah, Black Sheep, Black Moon. Souls of Mischief. Yeah, the Sons of Mischief. The Grave Diggers. Love the Grave Diggers. Even like some of the mainstream, 2 Live Crew. They got to give it up. They talk about Asians in hip hop, And I'm like, how come Fresh Kid Ice never gets mentioned? AKA the Chinaman from Two Live Crew. He's one of the pioneers of that. And there's this great group called the Mountain Brothers. They're three dudes out of Philly. They was around in the 90s also. They're pioneers. But I'm like, I like the Psycho Realm. That was B Real's other group. B Real from Cypress Hill. Because I was a huge Cypress Hill fan. Because that was one thing I liked about back then. Like you could tell where somebody was from based off their sound and their beat. You remember that? Like you'd be like, oh, okay, this guy's clearly from New York. This guy must be from the West Coast. This guy must be from down south. Like everybody had a distinct style and flow. Oh yeah. You know who never gets their due? MC Breed. He's like a pioneer of Midwest rappers. That's how far it goes back. He was still called MC something. Yeah, you could distinguish it. And that wasn't a bad thing either. It was cool because you would know what, like, now it kind of runs together, which it's not no shade on anybody, but you used to know where that sound was, even if like the lyrics were not in this. Like, for instance, I like horrorcore rap, and Big L is one of the baddest horrorcore rappers there ever was, but he had distinct New York style beats. Unlike the Ghetto Boys, who was clearly down south. Yeah, Jay Dilla. I used to put my headphones on when I would stream on here, and I play nothing but Jay Dilla beats and freestyle to them. Yeah. And one of the groups that has that flavor, well, I don't know if it's a group, but Little Brother, he's got that flavor, but he came out in the 2000s, but I really wanted him to go farther. And The Last Emperor. Yeah, all kind of music. Yeah, Dilla, so influential. It's just like it's so beautifully done. And I almost thought that out of the new cats at the time, I thought Space Ghost Perp was gonna be because they had those moody vibe beats. I don't know what happened. I wish I did. Yeah, and Tech Nine, Casey Mo, fellas and the ladies know. Yeah, Tech Nine. That's like, to me, he puts on one of the best, like as far as rappers go, one of the best performers I'd ever seen, and I've seen a concerts. Yeah, Boot Camp Click, you can't forget them. The Lords of the Underground. Like I love me some music. Yep, Spice One is still active too. And then, like, when I'm in a conscious mood, I bump me some Common. If you get a chance, PMC, check out Coast Contra. They sound so old school. In fact, Ras Kaza's two sons are in the group. They're twins. Oh yeah, no, Tech Nine never forgot where he came from. But I think Rich the Kid was like the one that they mostly know. I can't remember if Rich the Kid is from Kansas City as well. Let me look that up before I say something. No, not Rich the Kid. I forgot his name. There's a particular rapper straight out of KC. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, cool. So you do know them. Coast Contra bangs. Yeah, not Rich the Kid though. That's not who I was thinking of. I forgot who his name was, but he's one of the premier OG KC gangster rappers. But yeah, Jurassic 5. Yeah, they go hard too. There's a lot of them I'm missing though. But like I also missed like the underground rap. Like there's a lot of groups that like I remember when there wasn't really an internet to work with. You just had to hit the record stores. So like I remember, especially in your local store, wherever you was at, like when I was in Vegas, there was a lot of local Vegas rappers that I liked. But Vegas, I guess they say it has no culture, even though it's got every culture there. And then you see rappers, there's a rapper out of Indiana named Unknown. He was bad, but it's just hard to find. Yeah, no, Tech Nine is the biggest to come from out of there. Oh yeah. So you collect vinyls. Vinyls are so I'd love to have them, but not in my life situation. And then I got hip to a lot of like my friend, he came out of Bulgaria, so I heard a lot of like Bulgarian rap, and it was banger. I didn't understand everything they said, but the beats was there, and I could feel the vibes. And then when he told me the lyrics, I'm like, we call that horrorcore out here. Oh yeah, yeah. ASAP Rock, I made a short video where I asked, does ASAP Rock have any whack tracks? And I don't really think that he does. In fact, you'd be hard pressed to find anybody in Rhyme Sayers who didn't have bangers. Like the whole list. But I gotta say, my favorite out of them nowadays is Ciroc. She really is the goddess MC. She got her name from MC Shyrock, the first female rapper. Part of the group called Fantastic Four plus one more. They appeared on SNL. Yeah. Oh, Jean Grey. I made a video about her too. I said, does she have any whack tracks? She don't. She don't. There's another one that comes out of the West Coast named Il Camille. She's really good. Like Daylight shouted her out, so I had to look that up. And when, if Daylight gives a recommendation, I'm gonna go see what he's talking about. Only thing I have against Ciroc is Soul Messiah, and I got nothing against Soul Messiah. I just don't like that I can't find his instrumentals anywhere because that dude has some sick instrumentals. Like he produces all of her music. Yeah, I don't mind the female rappers of today. I don't know. I like it better when they got something to say. That's all it is for me. Like I like my rap to have some meaning in it. It ain't got to be conscious. Yeah, yeah. So like I can't find an instrumental of his without Ciroc being on it, and that's a blessing to the ears. Don't get it twisted. But it's like I would really, really love. Oh yeah, we've been talking about Ninth Wonder. Yeah, not Madlib. Yeah, Madlib. Ninth Wonder does. Remember back in the day when the Alchemist used to do it a lot? Like I don't know if he produces as much no more because I'm not as in tune. But Alchemist used to have some fire. Yeah, because sometimes I just like to bang out the instrumentals. Because that's how I used to do it back in the day. Like I would just sit there with instrumentals blazing in my head and just be writing stuff to it, coming up with different sets of bars and all that. Yeah, that's why I said I haven't really been checking for him currently. Alchemist, he had that heat. And Lupe Fiasco be finding some fire producers too. Even his new stuff, like he always finds some instrumentals for you. And I'm still sad about MF Doom. MF Doom to me is like just that dude. Ooh, that sounds hot. I like that. That sounds heat. Thanks for putting me on. I gotta check him out, Afura. I probably heard him though. I ain't gonna front. You know how you get into this vibe where you just, especially when you do these internet rabbit holes where you just like might type in instrumentals and then they'll give you beats like that and you'll hear these and you'll get them all like One of my favorite horrorcore producers was Funk Beta. He does most of Brother Lynch's work. Yeah, Pharaoh Monk. I mean, come on, Pharaoh Monk. Yeah, the whole Regime family. You know, Yuck Mouth, where he assembled rappers from all over the United States. Tech Nine was a part of that group too. You can't go wrong with some. And also the Outsiders. You know, with Pace One and Rod Digger was a part of the crew. And you know, they actually helped out with the Fugees production on the Score album, which is still to me, like they say, the mighty Lauryn Hill, she kills on there. Yeah, you know what I like about Tech is that he's constantly improving himself lyrically. And he ain't got nothing to prove no more. And he stay in his lane, but respected by top rappers. I mean, people forget he was touring with Kendrick Lamar back in like when before Kendrick Lamar was big. You know, he kind of put Kendrick on. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like he's the only one responsible, but like even Kendrick said, he's like, yeah, Tech put me on game on this. And that's what I like about Tech. He always stayed humble and he's always on the pulse. He always giving rappers a shot. That's why you've heard him with everybody. Yeah. But I only came on here for this was just my walking live. You know, a lot of my lives be short. I might come on later because you got me enthralled here with the convo. But Scareball coming up. Ant's about to go to work. I'm about to get me a couple of Z's. But I want to wish all of y'all much love. And y'all have a beautiful day or evening, depending on your region. I'll be back out here. Oh, yeah, Papoose. Papoose. Yeah. Yeah, Papoose is just so banger. I've always wondered why he wasn't further. I mean, he even had flip mode at one point. I just always wonder what happened there. I just needed to take a walk. But yeah, much love, peace, and blessings.